Hello guys, welcome to another online lecture videos. Our topic of discussion today is going to be on the two main contradicting terminologies in our area, that is the convergent and divergent evolution. Now today we shall be talking about these two terms and what they mean. This has been too confusing terms for most of the students. So we shall be talking about these two terms today. Now, let's talk about what we mean by convergent evolution. Now, convergent evolution is quite different from the divergent evolution. When we say convergent evolution, here we mean these are evolution where the traits have similar or the same functions, but that same functions does not mean that those two traits arises from a common ancestor. What it tells us is those two traits, they have similar functions simply because the two traits were adapted to similar environmental conditions. And as a result of that, they all evolved to have similar functions. For example, let's look at the wings of the birds and the wings of the flies. Now, the wings of the birds and the wings of the flies, of course, we know they both are used for flying. So the environment there is in the air. They all adapted to a similar environmental conditions, and that is why they are all used for flying. But when you look at the structure of the wings of the birds and the wings of the flies, they have very completely different structure. In terms of the bones, the bird wings has bones, but the fly's wings, you will never see a bones. That tells you that it's because of what you call an adaptation. So when you say convergent evolution, these are traits that evolved to have similar functions, but they did not come from the same origin. They do not share a common ancestor. That is convergent evolution. Now, in convergent evolution, it can never be used to tell that these two traits have a similar pattern or a similar ancestor. We don't qualify the convergent evolution to draw the common ancestry of two traits. That is convergent evolution. Now let's look at the second contradicting terminology, which is divergent evolution. Divergent evolution. Now, as you can see here, in divergent evolution, these two traits, they all came from the same ancestor. They came from the same ancestor with lots of evidences to qualify that statement. But first, let's know that they came from the same ancestor. The second point is they came from the same ancestor, but they serve different functions. The two traits serve different functions. For example, the four limbs of the human and the wings of the birds. Structurally, these two, they have a very similar structure in terms of the bone structure, I mean. But now come to look at their functions. They serve different functions. The wings of the birds are used for flying, and the four limbs of the human is used for walking or running, which means different functions. But structurally, they are all the same. That is, they have diverged, but in their previous form, they all arises from a common ancestor, but during the course of time, they diverge their functions. Divergent evolution. Now, in divergent evolution, you have to consider what we call homology. Homology, which means similarities in the structures of these two traits. Despite they have different functions, but their homology, especially their structural homology, they are all the same. And that is why it proves that they arise from a common ancestor. That is divergent evolution. So these are the things that I just want to clarify for the benefits of the students. So to put everything together, divergent evolution and convergent evolution are two different terms. When you talk of the convergent evolution are traits that have the same functions or similar functions, but they do not arise from a common ancestor. And we don't use it to qualify the common ancestry of two traits. But the divergent evolution, these two traits, they have different functions, but structurally, the two traits have a very similar structure. And what does that tell us? That tells us that those two traits, they must have come from a similar or the same ancestor, and that is why they are so similar like that. It is the evolution that we use to draw the common ancestry between two traits. Divergent evolution. So this is the lecture for today. I hope it is going to help you. Please subscribe and share the video for the benefits of all students. And thank you so much.